Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the basement. I hope you're doing great. Boy, the gold and silver price are moving this morning. They look like they've pulled back a little bit, but I want to say thank you for being here. The wheels have fallen off the bus in the basement this morning. I'm hoping I'm live right now. Yeah, okay, great. I can see. I had this scheduled for the wrong day. Who cares? It's Wednesday. It's July 3rd. We got a lot going on. Are silver and gold in the midst of a major stair-step move up? I mean, by the likes of what's happening this morning, that wouldn't be too big of a stretch of the imagination. But how much gold and silver do you need? How much should you have? We're going to talk about that as well. But let's dive right in and get started with, oh boy, I'm telling you, you ever have one of those days when all you can do is laugh? If it could go wrong, it did go wrong for me this morning so far. And the day is still young. So sometimes, we all deal with interesting situations in life. And, oh, man, this morning it was like the gutters are overflowing. But what else? I got notice that our homeowner's insurance got canceled, which I just switched. You know how it goes. That's life. We're here to talk about silver and gold. Let's talk about this stair-step move in the silver and gold price. This comes from our good friend Niels. He's one of my favorite journalists over at Kitco. The gold market is building a staircase to 2,400 and beyond. That's from Joy Yang of Market Vector Indexes. She says she's the head of index product management and marketing at Market Vector Indexes, said she expects gold prices to move higher in a stair-step fashion as the price action builds a new base after every rally. And that is so critical, guys. Look, we all want the rocket ship higher. Let me look back. I got to look you guys straight in the eye. Man, I'm glad you're here. I am having a tough morning, so I appreciate you guys being here and being part of the basement, okay? It's a big deal when you give me your time. So I hope you feel like you found a little home away from home. We're going to talk about that stair step. I want to talk about a rocket ship, but I want to talk about you for the next 5 seconds. Thank you. Okay, please give this a thumbs up. That helps get the word out to more people, and you can subscribe to the channel. It's free. You're like me, we all want the rocket ship in the silver price and the gold price. Are we getting it this morning? Right? I'm shocked. We're going to talk about what's going to happen Friday. I had predicted Friday would be the big move day, but what is going on this morning? You know what? Let's just go out. Let's take our blood pressure medicine. We're going to go out here to Pimbex. Let's get an update on the silver. Silver's up 80 cents per ounce. Earlier, it was up over $1 when I first uploaded. Maybe if I press it again, we'll get up to 80 cents. Not yet. We'll come back and check later. But guys, silver is above $30 per ounce. That is unbelievable, and it is good news, and it is part of this stair-step move up that is so critical. Right? And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. First, I want to say thank you to Pimbex. They make this live stream video possible. If you're looking to get your hands on some gold, silver, or platinum group metals, do yourself a favor. Check out Pimbex. They have free shipping on orders $299 and higher. And when you get your package, you're going to be so happy because it's going to be wrapped up like a little miniature Fort Knox. And there may be some dispute whether there actually is gold at Fort Knox, but there'll be no dispute that the package you get from Pimbex will have whatever gold and silver you ordered. And if you order from Pimbex and compare prices to some of the other big online bullion dealers, that package you get might have a couple extra ounces that you were able to buy with all the money that you save. Do yourself a favor. Check out Pimbex. Now, why do we want a stair-step move up in the silver price and the gold price? Very easy, guys. Think about it. Anything that shoots up in life, it's a law of nature. Anything that shoots straight up will eventually run out of energy and come straight back down. What we want is a steady stair-step increase. And that's what we're getting so far, right, with this rally. I mean, I heard it last night. I didn't realize this, but they said like gold, it was 7 weeks ago now, that gold hit its all-time high. Remember when we sat down here in the basement dwellers? Do you remember sitting down here in December When we said we are in a new paradigm, a new environment, it's a big deal. Okay, a whole new set of circumstances, a whole new weather pattern, whatever you want to say. Everything changed in December for silver and gold. We said that. We predicted that by May we would have $2,500 gold. And we were wrong. Oh, we were so wrong, right? We were praying for $2,100 gold by Christmas, and we did pop above 2,100 in December. But now we hit 2450 in May, and we pulled back, and it's been like 7 weeks. But we've consolidated. We've built a strong base now around the 2,300 level. That's no guarantee that it's going to continue to go up. However, it is a very good sign for things to come. Same thing with silver. Silver fought. Silver's got to get through $32 per ounce. It got up there a couple times, okay? And rarely do you see a triple top, meaning a third attempt, that does not break out. Man, I feel so much better now that I'm down here talking to you. I had just the crappiest morning. I'm not going to go into details, but when you just when everything goes wrong and you just, all you can do is laugh. Now I feel better. I'm with you. $29 silver, right? We got the 32. We sat around. Look, I said, and I hope I'm wrong on this one, that I thought the summer would be tough, that we'd be lucky to escape the summer doldrums with $26 or $27 silver. Hey, nobody knows what happens, but man, we've been fighting above that. It's been a stair step. Let's get back to the professionals and see what they're saying. Hold on here about this stair step. Hey, what the heck? Let's just do a quick update. 78 cents. Can you believe that? This was supposed to happen on Friday, is what we'd predicted. Wow. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it holds throughout the day, okay? In blue, Joy Yang noted that at the start of the year, gold built a solid floor at $2,000 an ounce. And now, nearly 7 months later, that floor has been moved up by nearly $200. She's calling $2,200 gold the new floor. She says, quote, in orange, gold is definitely in a new comfortable range, and I just don't see it going below $2,200 again, she said. In another couple of months, I expect we could see that floor move up to $2,400. Hey, the way things are going, Joy, it could be in today. I just don't see the risks and factors driving gold really going anywhere in the next few years. Gold has been a boring trade. Oh, yeah, kind of, sort. I know what she's saying, right? Like we said, the last 6-7 weeks, consolidating in a fairly narrow range after hitting a record high above $2,450 an ounce last month. Quote, in yellow, investors who buy and hold gold are more macro focused. Let me tell you something about you, okay? And this is gold and silver. Investors who buy gold and silver, yes, they're macro focused, but they're smarter than the average bear, right? Like the First Mining Gold bear right there. And thank you to First Mining Gold for sponsoring Ron's Basement. But you are gold and silver. Gold and silver are the oldest markets in the world. Some guy emailed me once and disputed me and said the fish market's the oldest market. Well, besides the fish market, gold and silver are the oldest markets in the world. And I'm not even sure if that's true about the fish market. What comes with age, Buttercup, right? I don't care how old you are. You might be like, 28 years old like me. 28 times 2, actually 27 times 2. But nonetheless, I don't care if you're 24 years old. It doesn't matter if you're 39 years old. It doesn't matter if you're 54, 74, 84. We've even got a couple people that come to the basement that are in their 90s. One thing we all know for sure, no matter how old we are, is that as we grow older, no matter where we are on the journey, we grow wiser. Think about silver and gold. They're the oldest markets in the world. They're money. They've been money for all those years. They are the wisest markets in the world. They just don't look around the corner into the future. No. They look around 2 corners, 3 corners, 4 corners. Silver and gold, right? Like NVIDIA stock is like playing checkers, right? Gold and silver investors, you're not just playing chess. You're playing 3D chess. You know the big picture. So thank you, Joy, for pointing, whatever. All right. The biggest gold buyers have been the global central banks. We beat that one to death. I will not waste any more of your time talking about that. Yang added that she doesn't expect central banks will stop buying gold as they continue to move away from the United States dollar. Why would they want to do that? The dollar, that paper, that pretty artwork they put on there, due to the size and trajectory of the government's debt. She explained that the higher the debt goes, the more difficult it becomes for other nations to carry that burden. Okay? All right? Guys, that's the deal. The gig is up. I know that it may feel like the gig will never be up, right? But the gig is up. The debt's a problem. Every 90 days, we're adding another $1 trillion of debt in our country. $1 trillion? Sit down, hold on to your socks, Buttercup. 1 trillion is 1,000,000 times 1,000,000. 1,000,000 times 1,000,000. The gig is up. The party's over for the US dollar, for us to be able to export inflation. The petrodollar is falling apart. That's all. After they took, look, here's the deal. Real simple. We aren't going to get into a deep discussion, but it's critical, and this makes sense. In 1971, when President Nixon temporarily took the United States off the gold standard, what did he do? He took us off the gold standard, and he backed the dollar with oil. Okay, that's the fact. And that now is falling apart just at a time when we need the world to need our debt more than ever. This is real. It's happening now. It's happening in real time. It may not feel like it, right? It all happens kind of slowly, and then it happens all of a sudden. Just my opinion. Don't make any financial or relationship decisions based on anything that I'm saying. She brings up a great point also and said that the November 2024 U.S. elections approach, it's clear that neither major political party has a plan for addressing the burgeoning debt. The Democratic Party wants to keep spending to support social programs, while the Republicans want to drastically slash taxes. Nobody's talking about the giant herd of elephants in the room. She says, quote, in the end, it's all the same. We have this enormous U.S. dollar debt out there. People will have to reprice. Somebody still has to buy all this debt. Yes, thank you, Joy. Think about it, guys. It's not just a number. Everybody that owns that debt thinks they're going to get paid back, and somebody's got to buy all the debt. But I think the rest of the world is trying to make sure they're not as dependent on the U.S. dollar. For them, gold offers another opportunity to hold an asset that is still pretty significant store of value for them. She expects this is now I did some deep digging, guys, and uncovered something that's going to totally blow your mind. Okay. She expects that Western investors will eventually have their turn. Okay. So the central banks in the Eastern countries are the only people buying gold and silver right now, besides you and me. But generally, we went over this exhaustively yesterday, India, China, the BRICS countries, Asia, we can thank them. Thailand, there's a gold frenzy in Thailand and in Vietnam and all over Asia. We can thank them for the high gold and silver prices, okay? Because the Western investor hasn't shown up to the party yet. We've shown up. We're those people that show up a half hour early. But I got some info for you that's going to blow your mind. She said she expects the gold's next rally will come after the Federal Reserve makes it clear that they will lower interest rates. That's what everybody says. Currently, markets are pricing in more than a 60% chance that the U.S. Central Bank will start its easing cycle in September. So what if I told you that I have proof, absolute proof, right, that the Western investor has been missing in action? Now, that's good. You're going to say, well, Ron, you're crazy. Why is it good that the Western investor's been missing in action? I'll tell you why, right? Because the silver price and the gold price, basement dweller, have done very well, have done awesome, despite the fact that the Western investor is missing. Okay. Let me show you how well. And then we're going to look at some indisputable data that the Western investor has been missing. And I want you to bear this in mind. Bear, right? $2,500 gold bear. We don't talk about him much, right? His blindfold does come off at $2,500 gold. But bear in mind that while the Western investor has been missing in action, when they show up, and they will come back, right? That could be the massive catalyst for the gold and silver price. I'll say that every day until it happens, because it is going to happen. You mark my word. Just like we talked about $2,500 gold in May and only made it to $2,450, the Western investor will come back and it will be a big deal. Okay, let's go look at how good the price has been doing. We're going to look one more time here at Pimbex. 81 cents, baby. Okay, it went up. So we will come back again later. We'll keep coming back until we get a lower print on the silver price. Up 81 cents, $30. All right, so let's go. Have you heard of AMARK? Do you know who AMARK is? AMARK. Huh? You probably don't. Maybe you do. Publicly traded company. AMARK Precious Metals. They're the big boy, boys and girls, okay? They are the big boy. Who is AMARK, you may ask? Well, have you heard of these companies? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got you on the screen with me. Susie's not here today. Susie's at her mother's house, further complicating my horrific morning that I'm having. No, this is great. We're together. We're in the basement. Okay, AMARK is a massive precious metals company. They do wholesale sales. They do logistics and storage, minting. They do it all. But they also, guys, sell direct to the consumer. Have you heard of JM Bullion? Have you heard of Goldline? Okay, JM Bullion, and they own all these companies. It's a leading e-commerce retailer of precious metals. Everybody's heard of JM Bullion. It operates 7 separately branded company-owned websites. So it's not just JM Bullion, it's an umbrella, and then there's 7 companies underneath it, targeting specific niches within the precious metal sector. So if you buy gold or silver from JM Bullion, Provident Metals, silver.com, gold.com, goldprice.org, silverprice.org, buy gold and silver, bgasc.com, I think that's what it stands for, Bullion Max, that's like CarMax, and they also own Cyber Metals. You're buying from not from that company, not from, well, you are, but you're buying essentially from this company. Now, I promised you some very interesting information, and this is good news for silver and gold investors. Very good news. If we go out to their most recent financial, hold on here, this damn wire keeps getting in my way. Here we go. Are you guys still there? Are we still live? Hello? Basement dwellers? Okay, cool. Let's wait till you see this. This is absolutely okay. So this was, if you go on their website and you go to investors and then you go to investor relations and you look at their most recent quarterly report, okay, press releases, AMARK Precious Metals reports fiscal third quarter 2024. That's their fiscal third quarter, which ended in March, okay? And listen to what their CEO said. So this is from January through March. This was released on May 7th, 2024. Our quarterly results reflect the continued ability of our fully integrated platform to deliver profitable results even in a difficult market environment, said CEO Greg Roberts. Quote, during the quarter, we faced a combination of softened demand, premium compression. So fewer people were buying precious metals during January through March. Premium compression. We've talked about that because there's less demand. The premium they can charge above spot goes down, and elevated gold and silver prices. Woohoo! We love that, Mark. Okay, in green, which led our traditional buyers to become sellers. So people were actually selling their metals and provided us with the opportunity to purchase their inventory. But this is the shocking part, guys. Go down here to the yellow. Fiscal third quarter 2024, gold ounces sold during the first 3 months of this year by AMARK, like the biggest of the big bullion dealer out there. Gold ounces sold in the 3 months ended March 31st decreased by 32%. So they sold compared to the same 3 months of 2023, a decrease. That's significant. Okay. Silver ounces sold in the 3 months ended March 31st, decreased by 30%. So they sold 26 million ounces. And then the year before, they'd sold 37 million ounces. Guys, this is big. This is significant. This is the biggest of the big in the precious metals bullion dealer sector. 30% fewer sales. Okay. It's true, right? What did this lady, Joy Lang, or whatever her name was, tell us, right? That when the Western investor shows up, we could be in for a wild, wild ride. We know ETF out. This is, could you imagine, right? And can you imagine the days when, like a year and a half ago, when you went to your local coin shop and they didn't have anything? I'm telling you, this market is so thin. Moves are happening. Look at today, right? I said I'd keep going back to the till until the price goes down. So here we go. Let's go back and check on that silver price, basement dwellers. We're up 81 cents. If it continues to go up, we will come back again even later. And 90 cents. Woo, baby, we're on a roll. Maybe we should take the money and run, right? No, hey, that's Pembex, right? Hey, Pembex is not part of that A-mark, right? Pembex is a small independent company growing. I'd say not very small anymore, and they're growing they're growing very quickly. Why? Right? Because they give great prices, great service, and great selection. Don't forget, check out Pembex. I'm just compare them to the big boys. Compare the prices. Right? Give them a call on the telephone, right? And don't forget, you get free shipping, $2.99 and up. Okay, where was I? That's a big day. Friday's a big day for gold and silver. Yep, scratch that. Today is a massive day for gold and silver. What is going on? Right? We do have big news today, right? And it's kind of medium big news, but the meeting notes from the Federal Reserve's last monetary policy will come out that could impact the price of silver and gold. Okay. But Friday's the big day. We're going to get the June unemployment numbers. It's going to be very interesting, right? It will have a big impact. I hate to think that all the gains that we may have today could be erased very quickly on Friday, but nothing's out of the realm of possibilities. I've called for what I said was, I thought Friday silver could go up $1 an ounce. Well, apparently I may have been a couple days early. That was an early 4th of July present for us basement dwellers, right? We are not going to complain, okay? But we're going to get, here's what I was thinking about the big jobs number comes out, right? On Friday. How many jobs? And it's so much, it's from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. But how do you think? What do you think? Do you think we should just take the L out and call it the BS? Because everybody knows these numbers are just complete BS. All these adjustments, all this crazy stuff that goes on. There's my insurance agent going to explain to me why our homeowners insurance got canceled. That's just one of the things that I'm dealing with this morning. We all deal with it. I know you're dealing with stuff too, but nonetheless, the BLS is going to give us these numbers. And I was thinking this morning, like, yeah, how many BS jobs did they create that people are going to make a little bit of money that they can hardly buy anything with anymore? I'm telling you guys, it is getting ugly out there. Let's shift over the silver. Are you believing this? Are you believing this opportunity, this story, unbelievable in silver with solar right now? It seems like every day we're talking about this, but guys, it's becoming a massive, massive story. And we've got more new breaking news in that regard, because don't forget, every one of those solar panels that you see out there is like an ounce of silver. That's what I'm calling them. They're not, we're going to change the name from solar panels to silver panels. And let's just get this latest news. Solar silver manufacturers are starting to panic as they try to get their hands on the last remaining physical silver. That's from our friend John Little at the Silver Academy. Substack, PTG, a division of SG America, just took delivery of over 5 million ounces of physical silver off the COMEX exchange for use in their new perovskite solar panels. What the heck? Are you wondering? What's a perovskite solar panel? It's like a silver bar. Just in case you're wondering, it is the latest and greatest version of solar panels, and it is just now beginning to emerge. Major technological advances are being made, and a lot of them have to do with silver. He says we have the first visible proof that the silver manufacturers are starting to panic as they get their hands on the last silver. So this company here in America is gearing up to start manufacturing these perovskite panels. Okay, you know about PERC panels, you know about TOPCon panels. Well, guess what, baby? There's a new game in town, and the big key is, I dug in really deep on these. The big key is these perovskite panels are much more efficient, and I would also say probably flexible as well. The silver plays an important role in these perovskite panels as an electrode material, okay, as a top electrode. They also help enhance the efficiency. It's like, I'm not a chemist, but like the chemical they can make the chemical structure in such a way that it basically sucks in more sunlight, sucks in more energy, and they are breaking records in terms of efficiency. There's like big research groups at Oxford, I think it is, and in Scotland and in South Korea, all in the United States, obviously, and they're breaking records with these new panels. Light trapping, silver nanoparticles act as antennas. That's kind of what I just said. Charge transfer, silver nano, everything silver. Silver nanoparticles can enhance charge transfer. It's an alternative to gold because they can also use gold in these panels. Okay, now this is all evolving, but I dug in, and I'm telling you, this is this is the next page, and the page is already being turned in the solar story. All right, here's a great, in case you're interested, this is pretty easy to remember. Undecided. Okay, exploring how technology impacts our lives. This guy has just a really thorough breakdown of the perovskite, and he says right here, 2024 perovskite breakthroughs are the future of solar. Let's just scratch that out and say future of silver. Okay, he's got a great video as well. Perovskites, I'm just going to read this one paragraph, are often hailed as the next big thing for solar panels. They're more efficient than silicone photovoltaics could ever be, and they have higher yields. However, their fragility and short lifespans have relegated them to the lab, ... so far. And what this article talks about is there have been major breakthroughs that are now making these perovskite panels viable, okay? 2024 is looking to be the year of the perovskite panel. There's a company, this is interesting. I really dug into this. It's very interesting because this is the future of silver. Guys, silver, let's back up. If you have anything in reserve, right? Anything in reserves, maybe you have some food in reserve at your house, anything in reserve, and you start to take from your reserve, doesn't it make sense that eventually your reserves are going to run out? All right. Guys, that's what's happening in the silver market right now. We have a big deficit. The world is demanding more and more silver than the mining companies can produce, than the recyclers can produce. So there's a deficit. It's been going on for 4 years. We are pulling silver every year out of the reserves, okay, the above ground. Nobody knows for sure how much there really is, but we do know that hundreds of millions of ounces are coming out of the reserve. And we do know that no matter what the number is, the reserves above ground are limited. And we do know, double, triple bonus feature time, right? That investor demand has been subdued. So that deficit that we're having right now is really just coming from industrial demand. And when the investor shows up, and they will, it's going to be crazy time. Back to the solar panels. Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates has a company, Cubic. PV. They were gonna start making the traditional solar panels. They stopped in the middle of like their construction of their factory and said, you know what, we're stopping and we're going to start making these perovskite panels. Okay. Fewer panels are needed because they are more efficient, right? That doesn't, but the fewer panels have more silver per panel in them. Okay. They suck in more sun. The durability has been the downside on these panels, but that is improving. So it's very exciting. Let's just final couple things on solar and silver, because we need to stay like, is it really happening? Right? Well, let's go take a look at this. Here we go. This is in Wisconsin. Construction underway on solar farm near Lake Holly. This is just one little news story. Thanks to my friend Mark who sent this to me, right? Here we go. The town of Holly. We never even heard of it, right? Wisconsin. And the village of Lake Holly are one step closer to running with some renewable energy. It's through a project with One Energy Renewables and Solar Share Wisconsin Cooperative. Construction on this 26-acre solar project started in June. This is happening all across the country. We know it's happening all across the world. Now I want you to look at this picture on the screen here. Hold on. I don't have my Susie here to make sure I'm okay. Here we go. See those poles? I want you to envision on top of each one of those little poles, you know what's going to be there? Huh? A 1-ounce silver bar. And guess what? It's not going anywhere. It's going to be sitting there for at least 20 years, maybe 25 years. And then we don't even know if they'll be able to get that silver out of there. Okay. How about this? And again, thanks to our friend Mark, okay? The Diavik solar plant is running. Officials hope it can be deployed elsewhere when the mine closes. Diavik is a massive diamond mine up in the Northwest Territories. Rio Tinto, right? These are big companies. If you've never heard of Rio Tinto, they're one of the world's biggest mining companies. Says its 3.5 megawatt solar plant, which it calls the North's biggest off-grid solar operation, is up and running at the Diavik Diamond Mine in the Northwest Territories. 6,620 silver panels. Oh, that's a solar or silver? Solar panels are expected to generate 4.2 million kilowatt hours of electricity per year. So this is real. Guys, this is happening right before our very eyes. Should we do it? Basement dwellers, 500 people. Thank you for being here. Man, we are the silver warriors, the basement dwellers. If we want to be kind and nice, we like to say this is like the Mr. Rogers neighborhood basement for silver and gold enthusiasts. But that's us. You are ahead of the curve. I got news for you, okay? You are way ahead of the curve. You know what's going on. You know what's heading our way. Look, none of us can predict with certainty when it's going to happen. It always takes longer than we anticipate, but it's going to happen, right? We know, right? And look at what's already gone on with the silver and gold price. I'm telling you guys, we have reason to be very, very happy. Let's do it. Okay. I think last time, let's go check. 90 cents an ounce. Silver. Oh my God. I'm going to cry. Just when I thought I was having a bad day. Things are looking bright. 90 cents. Look at that, guys. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to push the button and see where we are. 84. Okay. Well, hey, we'll still take it. We're not going to go back there again. We went to the till one too many times. 84 cents an ounce on silver today. That is a big, big deal. Fireworks. The economy's done, right? 50% of the people, I heard Gareth Soloway say this last night, 50%, I think it's probably more of the people in the United States are already in a recession. Are we in a depression? We haven't talked about the D word, right? Deflation? No, not deflation, right? Not stagflation. No. Are we in a depression? I think if you ask like the bottom third of the people in the country, the people who are working, thank you. Wow, a super chat. Enjoy the holiday and the Fed sucks. Thank you, Derek, and I appreciate your comment. And yes, I agree with you as well. Wow, $10 super chat. Thank you, Derek. That's awesome. 30% of the people are in a depression, right? I mean, go hang out at a dollar store, Right? My kids are going to go to the movies later. Susie's taking them to the movies, and the neighbors said, the girls said, we're going to go to the dollar store. We're going to buy some candy. I'm like, well, go to the dollar store and ask like the 20 people who walk into the dollar store, do you think that our economy is in a depression? I bet at the dollar store, you get like a 75% or higher yes to that answer. I think we are. These people are working. We're going to get great jobs numbers on Friday. Okay, be ready. Right? It's going to be Bidenomic time. It's Bidenomics. Right? All these people are working 60, 65, 70 hours a week, right? To make money that they can't buy anything with, right? I mean, heck, if they got a car, they got to pay their car insurance, and their gas is going up, oil's shooting up, right? Everything's going up. Right? Now they're talking about, what's the word they're using? Jerome used yesterday. Jerome was in Portugal, I think it was, at the EU, and he said, disinflation. Now they're throwing out this word disinflation, right? Which is a slowing of inflation. Well, congratulations, Jerome. Let's see, 2 years ago, officially, you only stole 10% of people's money. Now you're saying disinflation. What is that? You're only going to steal 4% per year? I mean, it's crazy. But here's proof. This is crazy. Our fireworks sales. Let's look at fireworks sales. It's 4th of July. We have to have a little bit of a holiday theme here. I bet fireworks, people are ready to party and have a good time. No. This is from Texas. Coastal Bend fireworks sales down despite there's disinflation in fireworks prices. No price increases. Okay, this is your average. Look, the people that buy fireworks, generally speaking, are your average, I would say, middle class. I would bet that most fireworks sales go to middle, upper middle, lower middle class folks, right? The really wealthy people, they pay people to blow up their fireworks. But let's till you hear what this guy says, okay? Corpus Christi, Texas. Even though the price of fireworks has not gone up in the Coastal Bend, sales are down. Okay. 3 News found one fireworks stand operator, Jason Perez from Mr. W's Fireworks on Weber Road, who thinks it's inflation that is keeping people from buying. This is what the fireworks stand guy, this is fireworks stand economics. He says, quote, we're seeing a little slump in sales. It seems like the high prices, the economy, people having a lot less disposable income, and we're kind of feeling that on things like this, on non-necessary items. People can't afford fireworks, okay? That's the reality. People can barely afford their food, for crying out loud. So, the other thing we got going on right now, the lumber prices have burst, right? The lumber bubble. We're seeing like a crash in lumber prices. And again, that's a forward indicator for home construction. Part of that could be because the prices had spiked. Probably people processed a lot of lumber, but nonetheless, that's a 3D chess type environment, right? When Caterpillar, when big earth moving equipment sales go down, that's like the first step in the construction process, right? Moving all the earth. And we've seen that. We've witnessed that happen. Now we're seeing a crash in lumber prices. I'll just read this to you. Spot lumber prices have plummeted 75% from their May 2021 record of $1,500 per 1,000 board feet to it went from 1,500 all the way down to 350, roughly matching pre-pandemic levels. Okay, that's framing lumber. So that's the lumber that goes into framing up new buildings, framing up new houses, framing up. Have you noticed all these 4-story apartment buildings they're building everywhere? I think it's happening in every city. It's all over in St. Louis, all these 4-story wood-framed apartment buildings. I think that's where they're going to warehouse us when they put out their new economic plan or whatever the heck they're trying to do with this. I don't know, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see if we can get a read on what is going on in the markets. I'm going to take you on a little adventure here on the internet. Let's go out to Zero Hedge and see if we can get a feeling about what's going on. And then we got to go through it. Guys, we got to pay a visit to our friend, the Oriental Ghost. Hey, Michael Oliver says a gold boom is on the horizon. That's interesting. Let's go down and just get some news here today. Hold on. Here we go. Kamala rising. Harris blows play. Okay, that would be interesting. Obama is privately concerned about Biden as White House staff freak over you know who. I'm not seeing any big news. U.S. Interior Department greenlights major offshore wind project in New Jersey. And this is, look, oh, interesting. Maybe this is what, okay, we need to look at this. This lady bugs me, okay? I do not like her. I don't like her at all. I'm sorry. And I say that about extremely few people. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her. I don't like that. I feel like she lies. I just don't. Anyway, I'm done. Maybe if I met her in person, I'd like her. I've had that happen before. Sometimes people I don't like. There's very few people I don't like. Susie will tell you I do not like her. Not Susie. I love Susie. Hi, Susie. I don't know if you're on here today. ADP payrolls. Is this what's going on? Interesting. Stupid ads. Okay. ADP. Okay. ADP payrolls disappoints in June. Third straight monthly decline in additions. ADP payrolls reported 150 job additions, well below the 165K expected. The third straight monthly decline in job additions and the weakest since January. So ADP, I don't trust ADP's numbers either, to be honest with you. But ADP, in theory, that's automatic data processing. That's the country's biggest dominant payroll processing company. If you have a job where you clock in and clock out, and even if you don't, you're probably using ADP. So they have a real, their fingers on the real pulse of the job market. So apparently that didn't do too well. Even ADP's top economist couldn't spin it. Let's see what he said. Quote, job growth has been solid, but not broad-based. Had it not been for a rebound in hiring and leisure and hospitality, June would have been a downbeat month. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Let's go back and make sure. Oh, here we go. Welcome to America. This is what's going on. 3 in 4 Americans say they're not financially secure. Americans said they need to make $186,000. Okay. Whew. On average to feel financially secure, more than twice the $79,000 the Census Bureau reported as the average full-time worker made in 2022. Man, maybe St. Louis, maybe we're just paid lower, but those seem like high salaries. Interesting. Let's click on that one quickly. Wow. According to the new bank rate report, 3 in 4 Americans say they are not financially secure and feel they need to make it. But what about Bidenomics? What about Janet Yellen? Hold on a second. Wait a minute, basement dwellers. Huh? I hate cheesy props, but I can't help it. She says everything's great. What's wrong with you, Americans? Everything's wonderful out there, right? No. Get back in your box, right? 3 in 4 Americans are feeling poor, basically. Welcome to the new America, right? And then on top of it, to make matters worse, Americans are, look, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not busting. You guys are smart. You guys are willing to take it, but most Americans are dumb. I'm sorry. And financially illiterate. I don't blame them. Okay. Not you. You're not, right? You're willing to dig. You're willing to learn. I know that. But your average American is financially illiterate. It's not really their fault because you know why? Number one, their parents and grandparents were likely financially illiterate. The whole system is set up to keep everyone. I heard this the other day. How does this make you? Let me know what you think of this. Debt serfs. Remember serfs, right? Like debt serfs. The whole system's set up for that, right? They don't teach. If my kids, my daughters, my twin 12-year-old daughters are going to learn anything about money, guess what? Right? The school district, the public school district where we send them, they aren't going to teach them. No, they're going to teach them, you got to go to college. You got to go into debt to get into college so that you can get into more debt to buy a car when you graduate. So you can get into more debt to buy a house after that. So you can be in debt for your whole darn life and work while the top 1% live off all your efforts and charge you interest. So it's no wonder 3 in 4 Americans, because they don't understand money. They don't understand the key fundamental, especially now, guys. This is critical right now. Get out of debt. Yeah, if you've got a home mortgage at 2 or 3%, you might want to sit on it. I thought I'd never see the day where I would say that. Fixed rate, 2 or 3%. If you got credit card debt, if you're thinking of buying a car, and you're going to go get a 10% loan, if you're thinking of buying a house right now, I'm sorry. You might want to wait. Right? Because house prices maybe I'm wrong, right? I could be dead wrong. I told people at the beginning of the pandemic, I wouldn't buy a house. I'd wait. I didn't know they were going to print $16 quadrillion, right? 40% of the dollars that have ever been in circulation. We didn't know that. But I'm telling you right now, if you got debt on car, you got any kind of adjustable rate debt, high rate, get out of debt. And so I don't blame this article. Right? I don't blame Americans, right, for that. I don't think that that over 75% said they weren't financially secure. 45% said they believed they would reach financial security one day, while 30% said they never expect to reach financial security. And that's what the lady from the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey, the lady that heads it up, another Asian name that I can't remember, Joy Wee or something like that. Anyway, she said people have lost hope. There's like a growing number of people that are just losing hope, right? This is not the America that your founding fathers set out for you. They wanted a system with a fair, equal, level playing field, right? If you were lazy and you decided that you didn't want to work hard, that you fell through the cracks, right? But if you wanted to work hard, right, and you wanted to improve yourself, that you could, and you could do it on a fair, level playing field, right? Right. And part of that fair level playing field that your founding fathers laid out for you, right, a great sacrifice to themselves. Okay. Read about what the guys that wrote the U.S. Constitution, what they went through. They had their houses burnt down. Some of them had their families killed, imprisoned, all kinds of stuff, right? Part of what they put in there to ensure that, I'm getting mad, is that silver and gold are real money. Right? It's in the Constitution of the United States of America. It's the 4th of July. Where the heck? Hold on a second. Right? No offense to my friends from this country, right? We were trying to get away from these guys, from the kings and the repression and your founding fathers. America, right? Yeah, right? They tried to set up a fair and level playing field. And they did it. Part of it was, I don't know what it is. I don't know all the details, but section 1, paragraph, whatever, silver and gold are the only forms of real money. That's a fact, right? Yeah. And a fair and level playing field. Well, guess what? Silver and gold are gone, right? Thanks to President Nixon in 1971, President Nixon temporarily. And he assured, I was reading more, he assured everyone, this is absolutely just temporary. Right? Took gold and silver. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, here, believe in this, okay? Paper. Woo, there it goes. Wow. Yeah, it flies away. You can burn it. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, it's no wonder that the American people, right, are kind of losing hope. What does that tell you? When the lady that runs the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey talks about a growing proportion of the American people who are giving up. You hear about these younger millennial, right? They're not out. Hey, it's the 4th of July. Yay, right? No, they're not out working. They're saying, I give up. Some of them are even saying, no, they'd rather just live off government programs, food stamps and whatever. It doesn't work, baby. This country was made successful. We were on a gold and silver standard system for 150 years. That period of time, I got news for you, Buttercup. Okay, that period of time, that marked the greatest period of economic, technological growth. It's never been matched by anywhere else in the world. What's gone on since 1971? Right? There's a great article I'm going to talk about in a future live stream that shows, right? The average American got ripped off, right? The wealthy got really wealthy. They sold you out. I'm sorry, I'm on a little bit of a soapbox. Let's go. I lied to you. We're going to go look one more time at the silver and gold price. Take your blood pressure medicine. Guys, you know how this works, right? Just be prepared. No matter what, we've talked about this. It's going to be a choppy ride. It's not a straight ride up, right? We could have one of those days where, hey, the silver price was up $1 this morning and it ends down $1. We've had days like that. That happened. That was like the biggest gut punch. That was like what, 7 weeks ago or 4? I don't know, 8 weeks, whatever it was. Remember that morning? It was like silver got up to $32, and then by the end of the day, it like went down like $4, top to bottom, some crazy amount like that. So be prepared for anything, right? Just like you survived that day, you can survive this day as well. Now, let's go out. I lied. I'm a liar, pants on fire. They canceled my homeowner's insurance. I'm very upset about that. And you're hearing about that more and more. You know how expensive it is to insure this basement? And then I just switched it all. I'm not going to say the company's name, went through the whole process, cars and house. Everything was cool. And then this morning I get this notice. I don't know, it's because I have a trampoline in the backyard for my kids. I don't know. I guess she called when I was on the live stream. They canceled my homeowner's insurance. And how expensive it is. I mean, it's real, right? How much car insurance cost? Our cars just got totaled in a hailstorm. I mean, it's just, at least, I don't know. It's just a big mess. I tell you what, where was I? Oh yeah, we're going to go check on the, but you know what? I tell you, my problems are no bigger than yours. It's just they're mine. So they seem like they are. The reality is, I know we all deal with stuff. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm really bad at this, but I'm good at preaching it. A lot of it just comes down to the attitude you have. Now, the other thing, the gutters go clogged up, the second floor gutter. So I got to get on the roof, 2 floors up, and stick my hand down there and pull the crap out. Anyway, but a lot of it comes down to attitude. And us basement dwellers, right? I mean, hey, look, man, with what you've been through in the silver and gold market and life in general, I know we all deal with health issues, family issues, everything else. We're going to make it. Now, back to silver and gold. Let's refresh it. Come on, don't be like 98 cents. All right, silver, guys, up 98 cents. Happy 4th of July. If this keeps up, I might just buy some of those fireworks. Who else here today? I had this, everything went wrong. I had this live stream scheduled, but I put July 4th instead of July 3rd, so you didn't get notified. So it's a big, big deal. I tell you what, since it's happy 4th of July, for the next 3 minutes, I want you guys to do me a favor. Tell me where you're joining from, and I'm going to say the cities. Insurance is a joke. Yeah. Accountants and ladders don't mix. I'll tell you the story about how I get on my roof in a second. Tell me where you guys are joining me from. I want to say the cities. I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, because this is the funnest part of the show. Hiko, Texas. Nancy's first. Good to see you, Nancy. Who else is here? We got 600 people. Salem, Oregon. All right, the Lone Ranger. Ireland, Alberta, Canada, Dallas, Texas. Lawrence and Foster, Simi Valley. Clearwater, Florida. Coin Shop Chris and I are going to go on around the country. Oh, man. Now I'm in Kansas. We're all dust in the wind. Shoot. Hold on a second here. I want to read all these. Darn it. And I can't slow them down. There's a way that I used to be able to do that. Oh, my gosh. Look at all you guys. Okay. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I'm going to read where you're from. Dallas, Alberta, Canada, Ireland. Insurance is a scam. Auto insurance is a joke. Yes, I agree. Clearwater, Florida, Anchorage, Alaska, Kansas, Napa, Pulaski, Washington. I love Washington State. ATL, Atlanta, Sacramento, Nashville, Indianapolis, Melbourne, Australia. Good to see you, Evan. Bobby Brown from San Jose, Victorville, I'm sorry. Cedar Springs, Michigan. Been to Michigan many times. Love it up there. Bend, Oregon. Love Oregon. Portland, Oregon. South Carolina. Dundas, Minnesota, my basement, Magic Moon. Hey, Jake from Jake's Custom Parts. Thank you to Jake, and I think Annie was here as well. Thank you to the moderators. Okay, Seattle, Peevely, Michigan, South Cumberland, Joplin, Missouri. If I missed you, Taylor, Michigan, Edmonton, Alberta, my garage, London, England. Good to have you. Don't have a basement. Hi, Dubai. Wow, that's bald guy's territory. Ashland, Ohio, land of the free. Germany. Wow. Elkhart. I've been to Elkhart. I worked at the Miles Manufacturing Alka-Seltzer plant right when I graduated from college. This is a funny story. I was an auditor for Deloitte & Touche. I lived in Chicago, and I would go down. I spent like 8 weeks in Elkhart, Indiana. The girl that I worked with, okay, her name, I won't say her name. I'll protect her identity, but she had just graduated from college with me from DePaul University. I told her, we were working there, I said, you're going to be like the president of the company someday. Okay. I said, and when you are, I said, I would joked around with her. I said, I want to cut your grass. And she laughed and laughed and laughed. And you know what? Now she is the president of the company, not Miles Manufacturing, but of the top big 4 accounting firm that we worked for. And good for her, because she was just an awesome person. The good things happen. I'm connected to some high level people, although I haven't talked to her in 30 years. I bet she'd take my call, though. Anyway, Germany, Elkhart, Kuala, Malaysia, Oklahoma, Seoul, Korea, Stewart, Florida, Estacada, Oregon, England, Wisconsin. We're going there soon. Powell, Tennessee, Sioux Falls. Wow, guys, this is awesome. You're everywhere. Prison. Okay. Well, I hope you get out and you find a good path where you don't have to go back. Mount Dora, Florida. Lake Worth, Florida, depending on your age. Okay. All right. Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Susie and I went to Hot Springs, Arkansas a few years back. Western Colorado, Long Island, New York. Wow, guys. Manchester, UK, Michigan, Wisconsin, Annapolis, Maryland. Thanks, Evan. You rock too. North Pole, Alaska, Norman, Oklahoma, Morning, Italy, Toronto. They canceled your insurance because of the basement. That could very well be. No joke, man. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Too many teddy bears. Silver and gold are climbing the wall of Wordy. Ottawa, Illinois. Cool. Annapolis, Maryland. Texas. Toronto. South Dakota. I went to Toronto back in, okay, thank you, guys. I'm going to have to stop. Wasaga Beach, Arizona. Stop reading these. Toronto, if you've never been to Toronto, I had to go to Toronto last October and then went up into northern Quebec to visit a gold mine. No offense to people in Toronto. Okay. No offense. But I didn't know how big Toronto was. I got off the airplane and got on this train to go from the airport to the downtown. I thought I was in Star Wars or something. I never seen so many 40, 50-story buildings in my life. I got a neighbor who's in the elevator business. I was at the swimming pool, and he does ask, and I was telling him the other day, he's like, oh, yeah, I've worked with people from Toronto. He's like, this guy's like the elevator guru. He's like, Toronto's known for having like the most elevators, something or another. I mean, he said it's crazy. Susie's calling. Hold on. Susie?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm on the live stream. You're on the live stream right now.
Oh, I thought you were done. I'm so sorry.
No, you want to say hi to everybody?
Sure, I'll say hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I wasn't on the live stream today. I'm at my mom's.
That's Silver Susie, everybody. All right, I'll call you back in like 3 minutes, okay?
Okay, bye. Have a great day.
I love you. See you, Susie. Bye. Bye. Okay, that's Silver Susie. She goes to take care of her mother, who's in her 90s, who needs 24-hour care, leaves me here to take care, to be a single dad. It's interesting. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'm sorry I got a little off track today. We love you guys. Everybody says hi, Susie. Yeah, I tell you, I'm tearing up thinking about Susie. We've been married 19 years. Wow. 19 years. And let me tell you something. Nobody's perfect, right? But I can be a very difficult person to live with. I've made a lot of improvements over the years, and Susie's a very special person. So anyway, love you. I love you guys, right? I mean, come on, we're the basement dwellers. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you coming here. Please support the channel sponsors, right? I got this right now. Hold on. Pimbacks. I've almost got it down. Pimbacks. They check all the boxes. They really do. I wouldn't take a sponsorship from a company unless I believed in them. And I'll tell you, the guys at Pimbacks are high quality. I have never all I get are great reviews from you guys. And I guess August is a year, and we are going to do a giveaway at the end of August. Pimbex is going to give us some silver. So we're going to do a giveaway, but I wouldn't take them as a sponsor unless I believed in the company 100% and believed that they were of value. And the guys there are high quality, the brothers that own and run the company. I own First Mining Gold stock. I own Fortuna Mining stock. Look, I'm not ever giving financial advice, but I don't take a sponsorship from a company unless I'm eating my own cooking. So enjoy your cooking. Hope you get some good barbecue this weekend. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.